Hello everybody and welcome to another week of Maker's Monday. I am Anastasia Radloff, aka Stampin' Blondie, and I'm excited to be back here with you for another week of live step-by-step crafting. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. It's been really hot here in Korea. So I have been doing it's called a temperature chart. It is a cross stitch. Every day you do a stitch for the high temperature, and the template that I am following, it's from a British company, but it only went up to 30 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit off the top of my head, but I had to add an additional color to mine because here in Korea we've gone above 35 degrees Celsius, and so I had to add an additional color. And so 35 degrees Celsius is pretty warm, and anything above that is in at least the 90s in Fahrenheit. One day it was 96 degrees, so I think that's the day I had to use that additional red color because it was above the 35 degrees Celsius, which is that mark line there. So I am live here on Facebook. I can see it here. I just want to make sure that I'm live over on Facebook as well. Sorry, I'm live on YouTube, but I'm also live on Facebook. So if you're watching, make sure to comment, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see where everybody is joining me from each week. Now, like I said, I hope you all had an amazing weekend. It was a little different here than we had planned. Friday night, my husband and I celebrated our 1-year anniversary being here in Korea, and we bought a puppy. I had been eyeing this puppy at a local pet shop for almost 2 months. He is a 3-month-old Pomeranian and the cutest little fluff ball ever. He's getting along great with Beans, who is actually here with me in my craft room this morning. Yeah, he's laying in his bed over there. So we have Franklin, aka Frankie, or Frank, and Beans. So we have Frank and Beans now. They've been getting along great. They've been playing with each other and starting to finally settle in. And yeah, so he's just so tiny and so cute. But definitely changed our plans for the weekend. We just kind of hung around the house to make sure that they got along with each other and he was acclimating. But so far, it's been really good. He's currently in my bedroom in his little kennel, sleeping, actually. So he's been very good. So I will post a picture of Franklin when I'm done with this Facebook Live so you guys can all see what he looks like. But when I say he is a little fluff ball, he is like this big and he is just so fluffy. I can't get him groomed just yet because he's still going to be doing his puppy shots, and then once he gets his puppy shots he can get groomed. But just a cute little fluff ball, and like I said, I had been visiting him for the past almost 2 months at this local pet shop. It was torn between, normally we adopt dogs, and this was a little different circumstance, so kind of torn there. But after giving it some thought and just, you know, thinking about it more, it was like rescuing him from this pet shop because it's not the best pet shop. So he is just so loving and cute. He loves to give kisses. And so I will definitely post a picture of Franklin after I'm done with this Facebook Live so everybody can see what he looks like. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a little bit of a different type of project. Normally each week for Maker's Monday, when I do a Facebook Live, I focus on either a stamp set, a bundle, or just some kind of stamping project. Hello, Carol. Hi, Mom from Iowa. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kay from Wisconsin. Thank you all for joining me. So today we are going to be doing, we're not actually doing any stamping. So Stampin' Up! Has something called Mix and Match Ephemera packs. Now these are pre-printed images and sentiments, and they range from a variety of occasions. There's some Christmas themed ones, there's fall themed ones now that we're getting more into that type of season. But right now I'm going to be using 2 of the ephemera packs. One is called Simply Sincere, and the other one is, I think it's like Many Thanks or something. So one is images and one is sentiments only. And they're mix and match because you can then put them together. Now, ephemera packs are great because if you are a beginner crafter, someone who doesn't want a lot of supplies to have on hand, may not have the space in your house to have a full craft room, or you're looking for some crafting on the go, or you need something quick and easy, ephemera packs are perfect for that. You don't have to have any stamps, inks. There will be no die cutting today. The one thing I did add that may be a little advanced for a beginner crafter, which everybody can do this part, is I added one punch, and it's a circle punch. So everybody can do that no matter your skill level. So let's go ahead and swap the camera. I will show you what ephemera packs entail, and then we will get right into our projects. Okay, so yesterday on my Facebook and Instagram and my blog, I shared this project here. This is using the ephemera pack. So we have our sentiment here, this little scalloped piece, and the leaves and the birds. The only thing that I added was a piece of bubble bath cardstock. This is the, let me make sure I'm telling you the right name of this designer series paper, because it is a great pack that's perfect for all these projects today, and an overall pack of cardstock or designer series paper because, excuse me, it coordinates with a variety of themes. So it is called, I'm bringing it up here because it's completely off my mind. It's called the Paper Medley Designer Series Paper. So it coordinates well with this ephemera pack, and all of the pieces of projects that I'm using today have this designer series paper. So you will need, if you want to create these projects, you just need cardstock, designer series paper, some dimensionals, basic rhinestones. So I chose to do basic supplies that most crafters either have in their stash already, or if you were a brand new crafter, something that would appeal to a variety of projects. So Stampin' Dimensionals and rhinestones. The ephemera packs, now this is 2 different packs. Here we have the, let me just make sure I'm telling you the right names. This is the Meant for You pack, and they come with 2 sheets of these designs. They are sticky on the back, but I will be using them today mostly with Stampin' Dimensionals. Now you can peel the backs off and they're already sticky, so you don't even need dimensionals, but I chose to pop them up a little bit. So you get 6 sheets, 2 of each different design here. So this is the Meant for You ephemera pack. And then we have the Sincerely Noted pack, which is all sentiments. Again, 6 sheets of all different types of sentiments. You have birthday, thank you. There's even a great one for graduation. You did it. We have congratulations. So just a variety of sentiments that go great for all different types of cards. We also have sticky on the back of these, but again, I'll be using them with dimensionals, so we don't have to use the sticky part, but you can as well. So for these projects, like I said, all you need is 1 pack of designer series paper, cardstock, which you technically could make all of these cards with white cardstock, but I chose to do a variety of colors. Dimensionals, rhinestones. I will be doing a little bit of doodling with a black Stampin' Write marker, optional on your projects, and then all of the card pieces. So let me show you what we're gonna make today. So this is the one that I had showed yesterday. And we have this one, which we're gonna be doing that little doodling on there with a happy birthday. We have a congratulations card here. With this one, it has the addition of Lost Lagoon cardstock and Petal Pink cardstock. And then this one has that piece of vellum, which I cut with a circle punch. It's the 2.5-inch circle punch. So all of these are quick and simple to put together, really great for all skill levels, especially beginners or those that are kind of in a pinch and just need a quick project. All right, hello Jill from Tucson. Hello Luann, she's my mother-in-law from Iowa. Hello Noreen from Maryland, and Shar from Wisconsin. All right, let's get started. We are gonna work on this project right here, our congratulations card. And for this one, all these dimensions will be posted this week on my website, stampandblondie.com, so you don't have to write anything down. Each day I post a recap of the project and the dimensions, so you'll be able to see it. And if you want to make this project too, the dimensions are already on my website for you to be able to make that one. So we have a piece of Lost Lagoon cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, and we have a piece of that Paper Medley Designer Series paper. Here's the back side. Kind of, it reminds me of like 1990s, like those, I feel like these flowers were on everything from like dishes to home decor. A lot of people had like kitchen, like the decor with the geese. That's what this reminds me of. But we're gonna use this crumb cake side, and we are gonna take our scissors and we're just gonna create a little flag in this. So we're gonna do a snip in the middle of our paper, and from one corner to the top of that snip and the other corner to the top of that snip. And that's a great way to make your flag and make it even on both sides. I am using liquid glue for all of my projects here today, but you can use your favorite adhesive. Remember, these are for more beginners, so we're gonna have just limited supplies so you can see everything that you can create with these. And like I mentioned, these are great for on the go. So when you're on the go, like if you're going to a what's it called, like a scrapbook crop, or I like to take these to a coffee shop and just listen to my audiobook and just craft. I don't want to take a whole bunch of supplies with me. So that is the thought behind these projects. Yes, my mom had it on a sofa. That's how I remember, but it was opposite. Instead of a white background with blue little flourishes, it was a blue couch with white little flourishes. I remember that couch, Mom. All right, we have our piece of petal pink cardstock, and we're just gonna put that kind of in the middle here. I don't have my little my glue holder because I'm trying to soak it off and get all the gunk off of it. So let's see if I can put this, there we go. I can hold my glue. And we're gonna add this, not right at the bottom, but kind of in the middle of our card. Make sure it's straight. All right, now we're gonna bring in our ephemera pack. So we've got our little floral arrangement here. Like I said, these are sticky on the back, but we are gonna use Stampin' Dimensionals to kind of pop this one up. I really liked this floral arrangement. That's why I actually got this, and the birds. The birds and this design are the two reasons why I bought this pack, because I liked those and I used it on both of our projects here. All right, we're gonna kind of stick that there. Now from the sentiments, we're gonna use the one that says congratulations, and you can get so many cards out of these, and they're not just for cards. These are great for scrapbooking. If you are a scrapbooker, like these sentiments are great. I am not a big scrapbooker, but they're great for cards too. So I just added a little bit of liquid glue to the middle of this. I didn't want to pop it up because then it would be too tall. And we're also going to use this little flag, the gingham, and that's gonna go And actually, I can peel this back off. I don't need to use glue on it because it's already sticky. And that's just gonna go right below this one. There we go. And we're gonna come in with our rhinestones, and we're gonna add 2 rhinestone jewels to this. And we're gonna add a large, no, we're gonna do 2 mediums. So a medium there, there, and that is our first project. You can see how simple these came together. It's very easy. Oh, we're missing one more. Right there. And you can just see how easy this came together. This will be a great project, like I mentioned, to take to a coffee shop, put on your audiobook, and just do some crafting, kind of enjoy the afternoon and some time to yourself and some uninterrupted crafting time. So that's our first project with the ephemera packs. I hope you guys like that one. Quick, simple, easy. That's the theme for today. And I never really ordered these ephemera packs before, but I am excited to see what else is out there. Carol wanted to know how long I will be in Korea. So we have been here a year and we have 1 more year left. No, I don't know where we're moving to. For those that are new, my husband is in the military and we live in South Korea. Just celebrated our 1 year anniversary of living here on Friday, and we will probably find out maybe, when did we find out that we were moving to Korea? It's like December, January, let's say anywhere from December to February, March, somewhere in there. We will find out where we're moving to next. I would love to stay overseas and just go somewhere else to be able to explore. It's just fun to get out there, but you never know what the military has for us in store and where we will end up. Okay, here is our next project. Like I said, we are using that Paper Medley Designer Series paper. So here is the 2 pieces, and they're actually the opposite sides of each other. So we are going to glue these down first. So technically this card can be made 2 ways. You can have the yellow on one side, or you could flip it where you have it like this. So we're gonna put the yellow down first. And then right up against it, we are gonna have this like party kind of, it reminds me of confetti. That's why I put it with a happy birthday, because it really reminds me of like confetti falling. Okay, I've already pre-punched that piece of vellum cardstock with the 2.5 inch circle punch. I figured everybody knows how to use a punch. If not, it's pretty self-explanatory how to use a punch. So we are actually going to add our ephemera pieces onto the vellum, and then we will glue that down. So let's find our pieces here. And we need this, balloons. Now the balloons are not popped up, but we only want to add glue to the lower half of it. If you add glue here, then it's going to, did I add dimensionals? Oh, I added dimensionals there. Okay, so we're gonna add glue to one part on this, and then when we flip it over, we'll add dimensionals on the back here. So some glue there, and that'll kind of hang off the edge here. Our sentiment is happy birthday, and this kind of fun little like banner. And just gonna punch that out, and we can actually just peel this off because we're gonna put that right over the balloons. Go. Now we're gonna flip it over, and where the white shows through is where we're going to add our dimensionals. So put some on the balloon backings here, our pieces here. There we go. So peel those off. Make sure got all of them. And then this is gonna go overlapping the two pieces there, the lower right. Okay, and the final touch then coming in with our rhinestones. Now these rhinestones come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, large, and they're also great because you can color them with Stampin' Dimension or Stampin' Blends. So if you don't have embellishments to match a project that you're working on, but you have Stampin' Blends that match, you can color these rhinestones and they will then match your project. So we're gonna come in with a large and a medium right there, and then another medium down here, and that is our second project today. Quick and simple, very easy to put together, and anybody would love this. This is still a handmade project, even though there's no stamping on it. This would be a great gift to give somebody for their birthday. All right, our last one here, we're just gonna step it up a little bit further and do that doodling on there. So we have a piece of basic white cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 11, so an easel card. And we have that Paper Melody, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We're gonna use the polka dot side, but here's the back side, kind of like a denim looking piece. And we're gonna fold that in half, use our bone folder to crisp up our line. And we can glue on our piece. Actually, before we glue this on, we want to add this banner, because as you can see, the banner kind of hangs off the edge of the designer series paper. So this banner is quite long, and I did cut off the little tails for the banner. So here is the piece that it comes from. It has these little ties at the end. And I really liked the ties, but it was just a little bit too long for this project. If I had turned my card like landscape, I could have done it, but when I was designing this project, the way it was, it took up a large chunk of the designer series paper. So I decided to turn it vertically, and then we're just going to add it to the corner here and then snip off the edges. But first we're going to add on our piece of Lost Lagoon cardstock, and we're just adding this on with our liquid glue, and it's going to go right in the middle here. And we're taking the black Stampin' Write marker. The Stampin' Write markers have 2 different edges. You have the brush tip, which is good for like broad coloring, and then you have the pen tip, which is good for small details. So all I'm doing is creating a bigger size circle in each corner here, and then we're just going to draw some little squiggles. And it doesn't matter how big or small they are, just little squiggles to kind of give it something and it's not so plain. So there's my little squiggles. It just frames the cardstock a little bit and just gives it a little something extra in that corner. All right, so our piece here, like I said, we're going to cut off the little tail snips. So I'm just want to position my ephemera piece so that those do hang off, and we're going to add some glue here. Now this is sticky, like I said, on the back, but I do want to add the liquid glue because if it's not right where I want it, it gives me a few seconds to kind of move it around to be exactly where I want it. So there, if I had just pulled the sticky back off, once it's on the paper, it's on the paper. So with the liquid glue, I have a few seconds to kind of shift it right where I want it to be. We're going to take our scissors and flip it over and just trim that flush to our piece of designer series paper. Now, I'm sure you could probably figure out something to do with these little guys, but I'm just going to toss them. Now we can glue this to our card base. And put that right in the middle here. we have that big happy, happy, happy birthday sentiment piece. Let's find that here. Of course. Where is it? There we go. And we are gonna use dimensionals on the back of this. I chose dimensionals instead of just sticking it down because I wanted some of that squiggle to show through, but then also just to kind of elevate it and give it a little bit of depth to the project. And again, anybody can use Stampin' Dimensionals. You don't have to have a certain skill level to use them. And then that's gonna go right in the corner here. And we're gonna come in with 2 of the large rhinestones, and they're gonna go down here in the lower right corner. So 1 there, and 1 here. And that is our last project today, featuring the Mix and Match Ephemera packs. So you can see how quick and easy those 3 projects came together, and a great way to take project and crafting on the go. If you just need a quick project in a pinch, this project here is great for doing a happy birthday card. If you're going to a party and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have any birthday cards in my stash, a punch, 2 pieces of designer series paper, and your ephemera pieces, and you are ready to go. All right, let's bring in all 3 of our projects this week, and you can tell me which one in the comments is your favorite. So we have our birthday banner. We have the congratulations with the florals, and our happy birthday with the balloons. So let me know which one in the comments is your favorite this week. I have to say one of these 2 is my favorite. I really liked that floral arrangement, and you could step these up even further by adding Wink Stella glitter to the balloons. You could do some more rhinestones on the flowers, and really do Wink Stella on this banner too. But I just wanted to show you the simplicity of these projects and how easy they are to put together. So let me know which one is your favorite this week. It is a tie between the congratulations and the happy, happy, happy birthday this week for me. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining me for another week of Makers Monday. I'm fingers crossed, I hope that my new Stampin' Up! Foil machine will be here by next week's Makers Monday. If not, 2 weeks Makers Monday will be foiling. Stampin' Up! Just released their new hot foil machine, and I'm very excited to use it. I have to wait for it to arrive. It takes a little longer when you live halfway across the world. So I look forward to seeing you next week. We may be doing foiling, we may be doing something else. You'll just have to come back and see. Until then, I hope you all have an amazing week, and I will see you